Womp. I call out a Womp. I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord got to give. And listen, I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Come here, SHALAM. Come here, SHALAM. I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Black people on drugs, and we suffering and dying. And I know it seems like you can do whatever you want to this people. I know it seems like this, but the time for glorifying yourself is soon at an end.
These Christian preachers, they so evil and so wicked, man. They refuse to teach what's in the Bible. Thank you, brother. They refuse to tell black people that they are God's chosen people in the Bible. Do you know why that brother shot your brother? Do you know why your cousin got shot? Do you know why your father's in prison? Why aunt and uncle so-and-so is strung out on some drug? Because these black Christian preachers refuse to teach what's in the Bible. They refuse to tell the truth about the Bible. Black people think race doesn't matter because of the Christian preachers. They think color doesn't matter because of the Christian preachers. But if you go to the bathroom and your urine come out red, they tell you see the doctor. If you drive in your car and you get into the intersection when the light is red, what's going to happen? But they teach black people color doesn't matter because they some damn liars, man. They've been lying to black people and robbing black people, man. Give me Jeremiah 23 and 14. The Lord is bringing down the hammer on these Christian preachers, man. If you're a black man, woman, or child, get out of the Christian church. If you love your sons, you love your daughters, you love your woman, your grandmother, get them out of the Christian church. You understand? As a matter of fact, start at verse 1. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. All right, 23 and 1.
Come. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be to the pastors.
The Lord said, woe be to the pastors. Anytime you see the word woe in the Bible, understand it means destruction. The Lord saying destruction unto the pastors. Read on.
That destroy and scatter.
They destroy and scatter. You know why the black family is destroyed? Do you know why the black household is destroyed? Any little kids listening, you wonder why you don't know who your father is, why your father's not in the house, why brother so-and-so is in jail, why there are no jobs in the community, why are we living in a shelter, why did I grow up in foster care, why am I poor, why don't we have enough food and winter coats? And that's the spirit in the Christian church. Christians only care about loving white people. When you talk about loving black people, all the black Christian women get mad. All the sisters is clapping on the choir and singing with the nice fur coats and the long nails and the best weave they can buy and the nice fur hat. They can't stand poor black people because the Christian church teach all the black pastors that all the poor pastors aspire to be. They teach you to love Donald Trump. They teach you to love a white racist who hates blacks and Hispanics. That's what's in the Christian church. That's why black men grow up and become murderers and drug dealers, trying to love the white man and fit into America. That's what America does. And black people learn it because of these goddamn pastors, man. God putting these pastors to death. All the rape and molestation that did happen on the watch of these black Christian pastors to all these brothers and sisters, and they never open their goddamn mouth about it. God gonna start killing these pastors. If you black, better not be in church tomorrow. Do not go to church tomorrow. If you love your children, if you don't want them to be molested, don't bring them to church tomorrow. If you don't want your pastor to have sex with your wife, don't be in church tomorrow. If you don't want grandma to get a house to the pastor, don't be in church tomorrow. She gonna go to church, the pastor gonna tell your woman to put you out the house. And in 15 years when your son grow up and he running the streets robbing and shooting everybody, they gonna call you a deadbeat dad. That's what the Christian church does. Read on.
The sheep of my pastor.
God said the sheep of his pasture. Every race of people have leaders that care about their people. The Asians have good Asian leaders. That's why the Chinese have a business in your neighborhood. Thank you, brother. But the black leaders, we do not have good black leaders as these pastors, because guess what? Everybody in your black community has a job and a business but you. You got to travel 3 and 4 hours to get to work your whole life. But a filthy, nasty, disgusting Chinese can go right to your projects where you will get shot and robbed, but he will not. Where the Africans can make $1,000 selling weave, but we will not. Everybody prospers off of us because of these Christian preachers, and the Lord gonna deal with them. Read them.
Say of the Lord. And a lot of you brothers that's in that drug, let me tell you something. That game over. You done lost that game. Right. It's a pill game now. The white man in the CVS is the new supplier now. Right. You understand? What the Melvin Williams tried to warn them brothers, man. They understand? Melvin Williams trying to let them brothers know. He been there. He been a kingpin. He trying to let them know not to go down that same road. Right. Melvin Williams trying to tell those brothers, man. Right. Like, why you trying to live up to that rap? He been there and done that. He said it ain't no hope in that, man. You understand? It's a rat race you running, man. What the brother's saying is right, man. That game is done with, man. The white man got medical marijuana now. You understand? He done took over the market. You understand? Black people better wake up fast, man. It's not a game. This is not the season to be jolly. It's not the season to be jolly, okay? It's a season for you to wake the hell up. You understand? And come out that goddamn Christian church. You understand? Those sellouts. Go ahead, brother.
Sir, give that priest a powerful hand, man. That's what the Lord's saying.
Back at the top, sir. Verse 2. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, against the pastor.
The Lord is what?
Against the pastor.
Why do you think that your pastor is a man of God when God just said he's against the pastors? Read that again.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God.
Who is saying this? This is the Lord God. This ain't something we made up to come and stand in the cold and feed you a bunch of lies. This is God speaking. Read on.
The Lord God of Israel.
Who?
Of Israel.
The God of this Bible is not for everybody. That's another lie your preacher forgot to tell you the truth about. They tell you all gods are the same. If all gods are the same, why is the Arabs serving their Arab God fighting the white man serving his white God? Why is the white man whose God is Christianity, why is he a Christian and you a Christian? But when white Christians die, they go to war. But when black Christians die, we go to march. You go to sing, because that's what the preachers have taught us, and God is going to kill them for teaching us this madness. Do you know that we followed Martin Luther King as a people and learned to go and march when white people kill us? And white people went to your Black Lives Matter protest in St. Louis. And do you know what the white people did? The white boys you try to argue and say is some good white people, the good white man that work on your job that you want to smile and show them all your teeth, they showed up in front of the police station at the Black Lives Matter protest and opened fire on all the black people. You in these protests following that Christian garbage, trying to make the white man love you, you gonna get your goddamn brains blowed out. That's right. Stay out of these marches and these protests. The only protest that will make a difference in the lives of black people is the protests in the I.S.U.P.K. This is where the angry brothers are. This is where the brothers that's about the action and the change that everybody know the black community need. Every one of these religions done failed us. The Christian church has failed us. Thank you, sister. And let me tell you something. Black people, just to be alive in America, you are a Christian. Especially you brothers that think you are Muslim. The Muslims are going to war with the white man. But black Muslims want to love everybody. You understand? Black man, get out of that Islam, man. These people leading you into a damn slaughter field trying to join the Arabs in their religion. The Arabs do nothing for black people. They do nothing for black people. The Arabs built the slave ships that we came here on. How can you be angry at a brother that care about your life when there are no Arabs down here to help other brothers? You a black man like me. If somebody do something to you, I'm angry.
I get plenty of help from the Arabs. I don't get shit from
the Arabs. Here is what it is. The Arabs, the good Arabs in Afghanistan, they are so kind to black people enough to bring their heroin from Afghanistan and flood the streets of Baltimore. If you got a loved one that ever overdosed on heroin, thank the goddamn Arabs. That's why we have heroin in the black community. Blue Magic, Black Tar, the Love Boat. That's come from the Arabs. Goddamn the Arabs. The Arabs deserve to be put to death just like the white man for putting us in slavery. And God gonna put them all to death because they deserve it and it's justice from God. A filthy race of people. Listen to how much we love other races of people. Wasn't no goddamn Arabs in the streets when Freddie Gray got killed. Ain't no Arabs in the cell blocks with brothers doing life. But we come out to say black lives really matter. And say God say black lives matter. And all black people want to do is love the white man and the Arabs. That's goddamn Christianity. That's right. Arabs ain't loving nobody. They putting people in cages and setting them on fire. They don't want no goddamn love. They want respect. Well, the time for seeking love for your slave masters is over. No more love. It's time to get respect. And we get it by serving God and keeping his laws in the Bible. Read on.
The pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
This is the Lord speaking, man. These pastors done destroyed us. Give me Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 14. The Christian church has destroyed our people to the point that that demon inside of you that's Christianity, that magical belief that all people are created equal, that magical belief that if you could just get in front of everybody and just sing and spread your legs wide enough and bend over enough that everybody will accept you. Well, as a race of people, black people been spreading their legs and bending over for everybody. That's why the Chinese can run in your community and get off and get rich. The Arabs can run in your community and get off and get rich. The Africans can run in your community and get off and get rich. The white man can run in your community, murder brothers, put drugs in the neighborhood, then lock the brothers up for using the drugs and murder brothers, and none of them go to jail. That's what happens to our people. That's because of Christianity. Christianity makes black people stick up for white people and never stick up for each other. And when black men get together to stick up for each other, like the brothers did when Freddie Gray got killed, not that we advocating violence, the black Christian preachers came out and called the brothers thugs. These preachers are against black people. The whole religion of Christianity is against black people. All the young brothers out here, you know what turned a young brother into a murderer? Some disgusting bastard in the church molested him as a child, and he never want to be a victim again, so he rob and shoot everybody. You want to know why your son's shooting everybody in the neighborhood? You want to know why? Why your daughter decides she don't want to be a woman, she want to be a man for the rest of her life? Because of these goddamn Christian preachers raping all the children. And nobody want to talk about it because black lives don't matter to a Christian, but they matter in the I.S.U.P.K. So we're going to talk about it. That's why God said destruction to these pastors. Read that, brother.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 14. They have healed also the hurt of the daughters of my people. Slightly.
Lord said that these preachers done slightly healed the hurt. They done slightly healed the hurt. They give you a song and a dance. They tell you everything's gonna be all right, just sing along. Then the choir start playing, then the lights get dim, then the music, then they pass the microphone, and everybody in the church that's swearing that they saved, that life is wonderful, that they blessed, everybody start thinking about how horrible life is. How horrible it is living in the ghetto. How horrible it is that my son got murdered. How horrible it is not knowing my father. How horrible it is living in the shelter. And everybody starts to scream and cry because of how terrible life has been for us in this hellhole called America. And the Christian church tell you, as you look and see how horrible life is, don't be angry about it, just smile. Read it again.
They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people, slightly.
They just barely heal you. They give you enough just so you can come back. The preachers is no different than a damn drug dealer. But here's the difference. The brothers and sisters that's on drugs or that's using drugs, they feel in their spirit there's something wrong. They feel that they doing something wrong, but they don't have the strength in them because the preachers refuse to teach what God said in the Bible that can help them get out their situation. But the Christians and these preachers, they don't ever feel like they doing anything wrong. No matter how many children they molest, how much money they steal from black people, how much of the black community they sell out, how much they endorse Donald Trump. They want to put black people in slavery and deport the Hispanic brothers. They never feel anything is wrong. They feel that they are better than all of the brothers and sisters. That's why they never come down here. Read on.
Saying peace, peace.
They say peace, peace. Isn't that what they said? Hope and change. If you just vote, you get peace. They say black people don't vote enough. Black people don't vote enough. Well, before we got the right to vote, we had black businesses. We didn't need a black mayor. We had a black bank, black doctors, black schools, black hospitals, black everything. We didn't need a damn black mayor. Well, now we got black mayors, and the black mayor's getting arrested for trafficking cocaine and heroin. So what damn good did it do us to have a black mayor? We need a black man named Jesus Christ, and that's what we teaching brothers and sisters to follow. Read on.
When there is no peace.
When there is no peace. Why are they telling black people that it's going to be peace when every other race of people on the earth is at war? But black people trying to make other black people love the people that's at war and not love each other. That's Christianity, man. Give me verse 16.
Verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths.
The Lord said what?
Ask for the old paths.
Why did God say ask for the old paths? Because the Lord said the things written aforetime were for our learning, for reproof and correction. And as a people, we have been taught not to be corrected. We have had leaders that allowed us to do and act and feel however the white man said is okay. Brothers really don't want to hurt each other. You know the black man ain't about no violence, because when it comes to talking about the evil that's been done to us, all black people want to do is just forget about it and go on. Don't want any justice, don't want any get back, and that's not the spirit of the Lord. But they tell us peace, peace. They want to calm the spirit down. When black men were angry and in the uproar in Baltimore, no brothers were killing each other. No brothers were robbing each other. No brothers was breaking in each other's cars. We were all one united people with only us. And guess what happened? The preacher said, peace, peace. Calm down, brothers. You don't have to be angry, brother. Now is not the time, brother. You don't have to be angry, brother. And what happened? Huh? Let the justice system work. When has the justice system ever worked for a black man? Right. And then as soon as brothers weren't angry anymore, brothers went back to killing each other. 300 murders in the city of Baltimore alone. And brothers gonna tell us we wrong for telling black people to love each other. The Arabs have a military that'll fight for them. The white man has a military that'll fight for them. But we can't get brothers to stop killing each other.
That's right.
And you want us to love white people. I'm trying to love you before you get shot. I'm trying to love you before you get a bullet in your back. We coming out here because we actually care about the lives of our people. And that's why there are no preachers out here. Read on, brother.
Where is the good way?
Where's the good way? The Lord wants us to seek the good way, man. The good way. Read on.
And walk therein.
And the Lord wants us to walk therein, man. The Lord wants us to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Take me to Romans chapter 10, verse 2. The Lord is going to explain something. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American woman and child, every single question you ever had in your life can be answered with this Bible. Everyone. Why are we here in America? Why brothers in all the situations we in? Why the families destroyed? Why the brothers killing each other in the streets? Every question you have ever had is in this Bible. And the problem is the Christian preachers do not teach the Bible, nor do they know it. And because brothers is hungry, as a matter of fact, give me Psalms 51 and 5 first. Give me that first. Because brothers are constantly hungry for knowledge. They hungry to learn the truth. They want to know, why is my life this way? Why am I living this way? Why are these things happening to me? But you go to church and the preacher give you a song and a dance and heal you slightly. Just a little bit, just enough so you can go on one more day. Well, that's not what the Bible is about. The Lord don't want you to just go on one more day. The Lord want to give you rulership of the earth. everlasting peace. We can't have everlasting peace if your slave master is still free to run through the neighborhood. Read on, brother.
Psalms 51 verse 5. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity.
The Lord said we were shapen in iniquity. What is iniquity? Iniquity is sin. We were taught from the time that we were babies, we were raised Christian in America. And all we learned was sin. Christmas is a sin. Thanksgiving is a sin. Smoking is a sin. Murder is a sin. Being a drug dealer is a sin. But guess what? I'm not blaming and charging the brothers, even though we're wrong for what we're doing. From the time you were born, these black Christian preachers taught your mama and your grandmother and your daddy, if you knew them, everything they ever learned. And it was their responsibility to teach the laws and morality and family and relationships and marriage and how God said to handle everything. So if any marriage failed, it's the preacher's fault. If anybody's son grow up to be a murderer, it's the preacher's fault. If any brother grow up and be a drug dealer, it's the preacher's fault. Because guess what? Your preachers accept the goddamn money for the seat they sitting in. But when it come to fixing black people and feeding black people and housing black people and getting black people off the streets, they are nowhere around. But they got their hand out to take the money. When it come time to die for black people, they nowhere around. But they there to show up when the white man is cutting the check. That's why God said destruction to them. We've been taught to sin against God. Do you know that by you teaching your sons and your daughters as babies, hear this if you have children, if you love any child you know in your family, listen to this. If you teach your sons and your daughters something as small that you may think it, as Christmas, as Thanksgiving, do you know that from the time you are a baby, you teach them to do something that make God hate them? And then we turn around and wonder, why did my child die at 3? Why did he get hit by a car? Why did my son get shot? Right. Do you know that because of these Christian preachers, from the time we are babies, we are taught to sin against God? Imagine you have high hopes for your children. That baby come out, you say, man, I know my son, he's gonna be great one day. My son gonna be strong. I can't wait to see. When you have your kids, boy, that's what they're gonna do to you. This is how you teach your kids. This is how you take care of a baby. One day you're gonna have kids of your own. And you have high hopes for that son or that daughter. You love them, you don't want them to do wrong. But somebody come and tell your beautiful daughter, she don't have to be a wife or a mother, she can be a lesbian. And then she died of AIDS. You know how much that hurt other brothers and sisters. We don't talk about the reality of what life is for us. Living with these diseases and things, it hurt parents to see their kids die like this. It hurt us so much that nobody ever want to talk about it. That's why God called prophets in the earth to speak about it. It hurt too much for me to say, man, they killed my son. They shot my son. Brother just break down crying. He want to fight. He want to get high all night. He want to murder everybody. That's what Christianity does to us. God wanted talked about. But because of Christianity, black people would rather sweep it under the rug and we destroy ourselves. You know our brother or sister start smoking crack or heroin, they get molested as a child and nobody hear them. And then they have nothing to cover that pain up. There's no man of God that will speak to what happened to them. And she died. The Lord say that's as killing a sister or killing a brother. And then they can't do anything with it, so they get high night and day. Why your rappers getting high night and day? Why Lil Wayne and Chris Brown getting high and fighting everybody? They tell you they was molested as a child. Why is damn Tyler Perry putting on a dress and lipstick to dress up like a woman? Because he was in church and his preacher molested him. This is the reality of what God once talked about in the Bible. AIDS is destroying the black community, but no preacher talk about homosexuality, and it's in the Bible. Because the preachers like molesting children, and they don't want nobody to say it. But we love black people, so we gonna talk about it, so no more brothers and sisters have to die, even if you hate us for it. You don't understand what it means to serve Christ. Christ said, if you come to serve me, every man will hate you. Your mama will hate you. Your daddy will hate you. Your women will hate you. Your kids will hate you. The boys you used to rob with in the streets will hate you. The members of your own sect will hate you. Everybody you ever loved in your life will turn on you because you finally decide to serve Christ and stand for God. And the Christian church has taught everybody to hate God. And that's in the Bible. You ain't never met a man of God That's why we out in the streets putting our lives on the line, because your life is more important to me than mine. Your family is more important to me than mine. If I starve, I'm not going to sell you drugs because your life is more goddamn important. I'm not going to have sex with your wife because your life is more important than mine. That's how we love our neighbor as ourselves. That's what the gospel is about. Not loving the white man who's murdering us all. If the white man show up with a paddy wagon full of cops and jump out, every Negro from here to there is going to disappear like Batman. But they look at us strange when we say the white man is the devil. Why are you scared? The church say everybody's saved, right? Well, if we saved, why does everybody run when the police show up? Because they've been feeding us lies. They done lied to us. We would have never murdered 300 brothers in Baltimore if the preachers didn't lie and tell us that we could have the American dream. That's goddamn Martin Luther King's fault. And it was a lie. It was never meant for us. This is the land of our captivity, and God gonna destroy it and free us. So take your spirit out of America. Freedom.
And in sin did my mother conceive me.
And in sin did my mother conceive me. Who the one dragging you to church? Aunt this, grandma, big mama. Everybody wanna drag you to church because it's soft and it's timid and it's effeminate. And it make you not be so angry. Black man, you supposed to be angry. But the Lord said, be ye angry and sin not. It said we were shaping in iniquity. Do you know what America teaches black men as children? See, we don't understand the dynamics because we learn it from white people. As a child, you grow up watching who? Bruce Willis, Rambo, John Wayne, Die Hard. You grow up seeing white men who have problems. They get a gun and they solve their problems. And that's what black people learn. And as a child, if you do not teach what God said in the Bible, thou shalt not murder, don't be surprised when your son grow up and become a murderer, because it's American culture to murder. Guess what else? The white man stole this land from 77 million Native Americans. So if you don't teach your sons and daughters God's laws, statutes, and commandments, don't be surprised when your son grow up and steal cars and break in people's houses. Because if you say the laws are done away with, why is it wrong for them to murder and rob if God's laws are done away with?
That's what the white man did.
That's what the white man did. If you're going to salute the flag and say God bless America and defend white people, why are you mad when somebody murder your son? The white man is a murderer. Why are you angry at the black man? Because you have an unconditional love for white people. And you have no love for black people. You can't give your love to your slave master and love your brother. It's either you down with the plantation or you down with the escape. You can't be down with both.
That's right.
You either want to be in jail or you want to get out. You can't be down with both. And America is our prison. America is a hellhole for our people.
When nowadays I work hard on the job till I come cross y'all. Still like I'm a criminal. Crime and get caught, it could be your first charge. Like, man, you ain't getting the man tomorrow. It go dip, squat, 5 mile run, push, pull, sit on, goddamn, get strong. Looking at my baby, trying to keep them doing wrong. It's too long before they grow, I can't leave them on their own. They killed Daddy like he had a 30-day case. The news covering up the story for what they say. It took me back to the time we lost Otis. When these crackers, they gon' tell you something bogus. And I'm thinking like, damn, what you telling kids? We try to put up a fight, but did we fail the kids? Cause they really got us looking like no damn good. And why success got to cost my man?